Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. So this is currently, as I did say, I might be doing earlier on in the week, this is currently my Chelsea versus Manchester City preview, for the Carabao Cup final on Sunday, as we all know, and it's currently a 4:30 kickoff, as I currently said. But big breaking news before we go into the preview today has come up in relation to Chelsea, and things have got more serious. There's more serious infringements related to Chelsea, because as reports have been coming out today that reportedly Chelsea have been given a transfer ban for 2 windows. So this does specifically mean that they can't make any signings in the summer. They can't make any signings. Come now. They can't make any signings in the summer, and they can't make any signings in the next January transfer window Chelsea, because as reports FIFA have announced it that they have been given a transfer ban, so they can't make any signings in the summer, Chelsea, and they can't make any signings in the next January transfer window. As reports do announce, Chelsea have also been fined around £460,000 as well, as the Football Association themselves have been fined £390,000 or something like that. But this is in relation something to do with young players. Chelsea have got this transfer ban because reportedly this is for breaching regulations over the transfer of minor players. So this is for breaching the regulations of the transfer of minor players, and this is for breaching rules in relation to youth players as well. So this is why potentially Chelsea have currently got this transfer ban, as I currently said. So they can't make any signs in the summer. They can't make any signs in the next January transfer window. Chelsea themselves, I think, Chelsea have confirmed that they are going to appeal against the decision, but FIFA have given them this transfer ban, so they can't make any signings for the next 2 windows. Can Chelsea? They've been given a transfer ban for 2 windows as Chelsea as FIFA have confirmed, and this is for breaching regulations of the transfer of minors, as it has currently confirmed. Because I did say I think Chelsea players can still depart in the summer, but as I did currently say, there could be some good news out of this for Chelsea, of course, because this now means Eden Hazard, could stay at Stamford Bridge, obviously, because obviously he's been linked with a summer move to Real Madrid, but obviously now that Chelsea can't find that replacement in the summer, obviously, because now they've got this transfer ban as FIFA have confirmed. So Eden Hazard may stay. There may be a change in scenery, now with Maurizio Sarri, because we know he's been under serious pressure as well. But players could still leave in the summer. Gary Cahill's been obviously constantly left out of the squad. Obviously, Gary Cahill, I think, is injured at the moment. David Luiz is yet to sign a new contract with Chelsea. Obviously, they'll be disappointed as well about this, obviously, now, because they're not going to be able to find that replacement for Cesc Fabregas in the summer, because obviously they intended to get the replacement Fabregas in the January transfer window, but they failed, so they can't get a replacement Fabregas in the summer. And in relation, to Eden Hazard, he may stay now at Chelsea, considering, that they have currently got this transfer ban. But Chelsea have been fined around 460,000. The Football Association as well have been fined 390,000, as it does explain in the BBC Sport. But they've been given this transfer ban because they've been given this transfer ban because they're breaching regulations over the transfer of minors, as it has currently confirmed in the media. So this is why Chelsea have been given this current transfer ban. A lot of Chelsea fans, will be angry about this, no doubt. And this is serious infringements for Chelsea, because as we all know, they have got quite a few injuries now, as we all know. And of course, as well, Maurizio Sarri has been under serious pressure, as we all know, as Chelsea manager, considering, their bad run of form of late, Chelsea's, and obviously, Sarri has been under so much pressure, and Sarri, has a different philosophy, as we all know, and he hasn't got that winning philosophy or that, that winning pedigree in terms of winning any silverware, because he's yet to win any silverware as Maurizio Sarri. There's some Chelsea fans still saying give him time, and there's still, Chelsea fans, there's a lot of Chelsea fans, that want him sacked as well, Maurizio Sarri, but, his system worked at Napoli, and this is only his first season with Chelsea. He signed a 3-year deal with Chelsea, when he joined Chelsea last summer, and they had a good start to the season, Chelsea under Sarri, because they went 18 games undefeated, as I said, but especially away from home, they've been very poor this season. They've lost at Tottenham, they've lost at Arsenal, they've obviously now they're knocked out of the FA Cup as well, at Chelsea, losing at Man City 6-0 the other week, losing at Bournemouth 4-0. So due to their recent bad run results, Maurizio Sarri has been under pressure. And of course, as it was reporting a couple of days ago in the press that Chelsea were in talks of whether or not to sack Maurizio Sarri, and it did say Chelsea had identified two manager top targets, to replace Maurizio Sarri. Zinedine Zidane reportedly is their number one priority target to replace Maurizio Sarri. Sarri sat. Also, Frank Lampard got mentioned as well, and it did say Chelsea could consider appointing Gianfranco Zola as caretaker manager until the end of the season, until they get someone on a full-time basis. But Maurizio Sarri was discussing earlier on this season, about mentality and motivation, and he did say recently, Chelsea have to try and win three or four in a row. And from now, Chelsea did get back to winning ways. Yesterday against Malmo in the Europa League, they won comfortably by 3-0 did Chelsea. So basically, if they can win the next maybe 3, 4, 5 games in the row, and they can win the cup final on Sunday, the pressure may ease off Maurizio Sarri a little bit, but they still know obviously he's still under pressure. But Chelsea did get back to winning ways against Malmo, because obviously Chelsea are looking to get the top 4 this season. Of course, obviously they are now in the next round of the Europa League, as that's guaranteed. But obviously the reports coming out about Maurizio Sarri, if Chelsea don't get top 4 and they don't obviously get Champions League for next season, Maurizio Sarri is likely to be sacked from Chelsea. And if Chelsea don't win on Sunday, he could be sacked as Chelsea manager Maurizio Sarri. So that would be a really, really short tenure indeed, because we know Chelsea are known for sacking managers, as I've already told you. They've sacked a lot of managers in a short period of time. But as I did currently say, so basically, Chelsea have identified 2 top manager targets. Zinedine Zidane got mentioned. I think it's unlikely anywhere they'll get Zinedine Zidane if they sack Sarri, because Zinedine Zidane has been managerless, since the end of last season. Zinedine Zidane, I think the Sun did report he would go to Chelsea. If Eden Hazard was to stay, which actually I think he could stay now. Considering that Chelsea have got this transfer ban, for 2 windows. I think he could stay now, Eden Hazard, and he did say take the Chelsea job if he did get around the £200 million spending spree to spend in the summer. Of course, last year there were rumours about him coming to take the Manchester United job on a full-time basis at the end of the season as well. There was a lot of rumours going on about that. But Zinedine Zidane's well proven. He's got a good winning philosophy, especially in terms of winning silverware. Of course, he's never managed in the Premier League or he's never played in the Premier League, as I said. But he's really, really good at Real Madrid. He won trophies. He won trophies as a player, with Juventus and Real Madrid. Did Zinedine Zidane. So mainly, he has got a good winning pedigree as Zinedine Zidane. And of course, he's dealt with top players. But Chelsea have identified him as their number one priority target if Sarri is to be sacked. Also, in the equation, Frank Lampard got mentioned as well. He hasn't really, got that managerial experience at the moment, Frank Lampard, because obviously, to be fair, he's only just started management. He only started management at the start of the season. Obviously, he's managing Derby now. He's Frank Lampard, so he doesn't really have that managerial experience. But as I did say, Frank Lampard was a great player, and don't forget, he's been linked with a manager's job to Chelsea if Sarri gets sacked as well. And he knows about the club. Frank Lampard, he knows the culture of the club, he knows the club inside out, because obviously he was a good long-serving player, for a lot of years. I think he spent 13, 14 years as a Chelsea player, did Frank Lampard. Obviously their all-time leading goal scorer with 211 goals. I think he got 147 goals in the Premier League for Chelsea, 177 all in all, but the majority of them came at Chelsea, because he scored 147 at Chelsea, 147 in the Premier League, for Chelsea, did Frank Lampard. Obviously got a number of assists in the Premier League of around 102 assists. I think he made over 500 odd appearances, in his 13, 14 year with Chelsea, did Frank Lampard as well. And after he left Chelsea, he went to have spells with City and New York City, and Frank Lampard, actually, began his career at West Ham, when he was a lot younger in his prime. But obviously now he's in management and he's currently a manager in Derby. But Chelsea have identified, Frank Lampard as a potential, replacement for Maurizio Sarri. And Frank Lampard, he's got a good winning philosophy. When he was a player, he had a great winning philosophy. Obviously, won all his silverware. At Chelsea, as I currently said, did Frank Lampard. But yeah, as I did say, Chelsea, will be very, very disappointed about this transfer ban. As I currently said, there'll be a lot of Chelsea fans angry about this. And as I did say, there's more serious infringements, because it's not only they've been given the transfer ban by FIFA for 2 windows, they've also been fined £460,000. But Chelsea anyway are going to appeal against it. So whether the appeal succeeds or not, I do not know. Probably likely if they do pass the appeal, it probably will get reduced maybe to 1 window or something like that. I don't really know the full story, but it's been going on in Sky Sports today, as I currently said. It's been in load of media outlets, but this is due for breaching regulations of the transfer of minors. So it's something to do with young players. I think it's a number of 29 players or something like that. So that's the main reason Chelsea Chelsea have got this transfer ban, so they can't make any signings in this summer transfer. They can't make any signings this summer. They can't make any signings in the next January transfer window as well. So they can't make any signings until the summer of 2020, as that is confirmed as well. As that has confirmed as well. But obviously, from a Chelsea point of view, they do want to win this cup final on Sunday against Manchester City, as they all do, as they do currently know Chelsea. And Chelsea obviously know how much of a difficult game it's going to be. Obviously, I fancy Manchester City, to win this game. Manchester City beat Chelsea 6-0 earlier on in the season. Manchester City are playing really, really well. Yeah, again, Chelsea did beat them at Stamford Bridge earlier on in the season, to be quite honest with you. So, yeah, Man City did beat them 6-0. I do favour Manchester City, to win the game, to be quite honest with you, because obviously Pep Guardiola is on another level, to Maurizio Sarri, as we all currently know, because Pep Guardiola's got a good winning philosophy, he's got a good, fantastic pedigree in terms of winning trophies and all that, he's won 26 trophies throughout his managerial career as Pep Guardiola, he won trophies as a player as well, he's spent over £1 billion in all his managerial career, but obviously more than half of that has been spent at Manchester City, as we all currently know, and they have got a really, really good team, and, he was a really good, he won trophies as a player, did Guardiola, and he's now emulating the football, of what he did at Barcelona and Bayern Munich. Guardiola, he's been at Manchester City quite a few years now, as we all currently know, but he has got that winning mentality, as I did currently say, and he's obviously on another level to Maurizio Sarri, because Maurizio Sarri hasn't won out in terms of silver as a manager, so he's looking to win his first major honour, Maurizio Sarri, as manager on Sunday. If Chelsea don't win this game, I think Maurizio Sarri could be sacked as Chelsea manager, because the only chance they've got of winning silver is if they win that game on Sunday, or of course if they win the Europa League as well. But in relation, as I did currently say, I think Manchester City are going to win the game, because obviously Manchester City have got a really, really good squad. They've invested a lot of money. They've got Aguero in that team, as I currently said. They've got Raheem Sterling in that team. They've got Kevin De Bruyne in that team. They've got really, really good players in Man City. They've got company in that team. They've got who else? They've got Danilo in that team. Kevin De Bruyne in that team. Aguero. Who else? Leroy Sané. So I think City have got too much quality in their team, and I just think they're going to be too good for Chelsea. Of course, obviously City won it last season, as we all currently know. Manchester City did win the League Cup last season. Well, the Carobao Cup now is it? They beat Arsenal in last season's final by 3-0 as well, and they did win the Premier League last season. So Manchester City did do the double last season, but City, very, very good at home indeed, as we all know, especially because they've beaten all the big teams at the Etihad this season. So the home record's very, very good. We know this is at Wembley, because obviously it's a final, but you never know in the final, it could go either way. Of course, Manchester City, I've got a few injury problems. City did win midweek against Schalke in the Champions League by 3-2, but to quite honest with you, it wasn't the most convincing Manchester City performance. They only just scraped past Schalke in a way. They did get a bit lucky, did Manchester City. Of course, now they're in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, beating Newport, by 4-1 as well, as I did currently say. But I think City have got some injury problems. They've got Claudio Bravo out through injury. I think they've got Benjamin Mendy still out. Gabriel Jesus has suffered some kind of hamstring injury, so it's unlikely he will be featuring. John Stones I think John Stones has suffered a groin injury as well, so he's going to be out as well. But obviously Chelsea themselves have got injury problems. I think Zappa Costa I think's got an injury. Pedro's got an injury as well, as it did mention. Gary Cale's obviously injured and he's being constantly left out of the squad. Danny Drinkwater's still out. I don't think he's played all season. Danny Drinkwater. Obviously Chelsea's only long-term absence is Marco Van Ginkel, as it has currently confirmed. So Chelsea have got a few minor injuries of their own as well. But I do favour Manchester City to win this. I do think they're going to be too strong. Obviously, they've got the experience as well, and they've got the team now. So yeah, you've got to favour Manchester City to win it. But you never know on the day. Chelsea have still got good players in that team. That could cause Manchester City problems. As I couldn't say, because obviously Chelsea going for top 4 this season in the league. Manchester City obviously going for the league title. As I currently said. But yeah, I do favour Manchester City win, to be quite honest with you. But now will this transfer affect Chelsea even more? Maybe some people, will think probably it will affect Chelsea, because of course I could still see players leaving in the summer. May not be Eden Hazard now, as I said, even Willian could leave in the summer. Gary Cahill's being constantly left out of the squad. I think Chelsea still need a full-back as well, and of course, obviously they need a replacement for Cesc Fabregas as well, so they're going to have to wait until the summer of 2020 to get that replacement for Cesc Fabregas, as I currently said. But they have been fined £460,000 of Chelsea Chelsea. I can't remember the last transfer ban, to be quite honest with you. I know Atletico Madrid had a transfer ban once as well, and that actually prevented us actually getting Griezmann at that point, because if Atletico Madrid hadn't got that transfer ban a couple of years back, we'd have actually, I think, signed Anton Griezmann, as I currently said. But in relation, as I did currently say, so I do think it's going to be a Manchester City win. But as I did currently say, in relation to Chelsea, we know that basically, that Real Madrid have been heavily linked with a move for Eden Hazard, as we all know. And obviously, before this transfer ban obviously occurred today in the media, Eden Hazard, I think, did intend, to make the move to Real Madrid, because I think he was expected to tell Chelsea that he did want to make the move to Real Madrid. Eden Hazard, it did say Chelsea wanted around £100 million. Eden Hazard could still leave in the summer, but it may not happen now because they've got this transfer ban. But anyway, besides the point, Chelsea want around £100 million for Eden Hazard in the summer, because Real Madrid, of course, have been heavily linked with him. Chelsea, in the process, have been trying to get him a new contract. His current deal ends in the summer of 2020. Chelsea have been trying to get him a new contract worth £300,000 a week. He has been at Chelsea since 2012 as Eden Hazard. He's made over 300 appearances, scored over 100 odd goals, and he's essentially, still one of the best players in the Premier League. He's the third best player in the Premier League, behind Salah and Kevin De Bruyne. Is Eden Hazard, as I currently said. But Chelsea still know how much he's grown, developed and flourished very well, and Chelsea know how much of an essential player he is for the team. He creates that width well. He's got a lot of tenacity about his play. His finishing's really good. He's good at running on the ball as well. And he's won everything at Chelsea as Eden Hazard, everything in England anywhere. And this is his seventh season now on the left hand side, because due to the arrival of Gonzalo Higuain back in January, now he's playing in his favourite position on the left hand side. But he can play as an attacking midfielder as well, can Eden Hazard. But of course, Real Madrid have been linked with Eden Hazard. And in relation, to Real Madrid, Real Madrid have actually, been linked with quite a few players, as we all know. Because as I did say, they've showed an interest in Tottenham's Christian Eriksen. They've showed, obviously, an interest in Eden Hazard as well, as I said. So there are two targets that Real Madrid are obviously interested in. But as I did update you the other day, there were reports coming out from the Spanish media the other day. There was a narrative going on about in the media that reportedly Real Madrid were considering selling Gareth Bale this summer, reportedly. And it did say Real Madrid could use Bale in the deal for either Christian Eriksen, which means obviously Bale would go back to Tottenham and Eriksen would go to Madrid, or, Bale to Chelsea and Hazard to Madrid, as I currently said. But reportedly from Real Madrid's own perspective, it did currently say that they'd rather sell him off to Chelsea, because obviously from Real Madrid's perspective, obviously they'd think, it'd be more beneficial. That's what it said. But it did say at one point, Bale does favour the move to Old Trafford, reportedly. But now reports have changed, saying that Bale has no intentions of coming back to the Premier League. He's happy at Real Madrid, as I said. It did say Real Madrid would want around £131 million for him anywhere. Obviously, Real Madrid paid £86 million for him from Tottenham, as we all couldn't. I think it was around £86 million. But I don't think any team will be prepared to pay £131 million anywhere. Obviously, for a player that's injury prone, he's known for injuries, as I said. He's still good at scoring goals. His goal scoring form's good, and he's still got a very good ratio as Gareth Bale. But I don't think any team would pay £131 million. I think, if he was to leave Real Madrid in the summer, I think, Real Madrid would be lucky, if they recouped, the 86, £87 million, where they initially paid for him. But he's a very good player, and obviously he's aging up now anyway. He's 29, 30 years of age now, is Gareth Bale, and of course he's known for injuries. But, he's Premier League proven, because he served 6 years as a Tottenham player, obviously began his youth career at Southampton as well, and obviously now this is what his 6th season now in Spain, Gareth Bale's. But there has been reports going on about that in the last couple of days, that there could be potential swap deals, involving Bale and Eriksen, or Bale and Eden Hazard. But now, as I did say, Eden Hazard could stay at Chelsea now that this transfer ban has occurred, as I currently said. And also, too, in relation to Callum Hudson-Odoi as well, he's another player that could leave in the summer, so he may stay now. But obviously, due to the lack of game time he's been getting, especially in the Premier League, Callum Hudson-Odoi was strongly linked with a move to Munich back in January. Even the Callum Hudson as well actually put a Thank you. Callum Hudson, actually put a transfer request in back in the January window. He's been a Chelsea player since the age of 8. Chelsea tried convincing him to sign a new contract. He turned this down, did the player. His current deal ends in 2020. But Callum Hudson-Odoi did want to make the move to Bayern Munich, but Chelsea were standing firm and they were being ruthless, and they weren't willing to let Callum Hudson-Odoi leave Stamford Bridge. But he could still intend, to try and make the move to Bayern Munich in the summer, even, now this transfer ban has occurred. But Bayern Munich have got a lot of aging up players, and obviously looking to get some young players, and that could grow and develop, Bayern Munich. In the process, Bayern Munich put a host of bids in. I think 3 of them bids were turned down. Bayern Munich willing to offer him the number 10 shirt as well. So it's still possible that Callum Hudson-Odoi will leave in the summer. He is now getting a bit more regular starts. He does start in them cup games. He does feature a lot in the cup games recently, Callum Hudson-Odoi, but he doesn't really, feature in the Premier League, as I currently said. But yeah, big breaking news. Chelsea have got a transfer ban today. It's all over the media, and this is due to the breaching of regulations of the transfers of minors or something like that. So it's basically something to do with young players, as it does currently explain. So yeah, that's more problems for Chelsea. And as I did say, Gary Cahill, I think, could be leaving in the summer. Constantly left out of the squad. David Luiz is yet to sign a new contract. Williams' future still uncertain. I still think they need a fullback. Obviously, need a replacement for Fabregas as well, which they can't get now until the summer of 2020. Eden Hazard, I probably think he'll probably stay at Chelsea now. There's been talks saying, now this transfer ban has occurred, could this save, Sarri's job as Chelsea manager? But I think anyway, besides the point, if Chelsea don't win on Sunday, I think his job probably will be over as Chelsea manager. But as I did say earlier on in the video, Chelsea have obviously identified, a couple of managers' names, which is obviously Zinedine Zidane and obviously Frank Lampard. We know that Gianfranco Zola got mentioned as well, who's obviously the assistant manager, to take over caretaker manager temporary, obviously, until the end of the season, as I said. So that's the big latest news to give you an update on that. Obviously, of course, as well, my team, Manchester United, as I currently said, Solskjaer has given us an update today in relation to both Anthony Martial and Jesse Lingard. And Solskjaer did say he's hopeful that Martial and Lingard will be fit for Liverpool, and he has revealed as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that Anthony Martial and Jesse Lingard could be in contention, to face Liverpool on Sunday. Because initially it did say, that Solskjaer did confirm that he did say Lingard and Martial could be out for up to 2 to 3 weeks, as he did confirm. Because as we all know, Martial's got a groin injury, Lingard's got a hamstring injury, as we all know. So they've both got muscular problems. So obviously they both came off against Paris Saint-Germain, as we all currently know. Of course, obviously, missed the Chelsea game on Monday, through injury. But that would be absolutely fantastic, if they could regain fitness, both them, so they can both, feature them in the Liverpool game, or at least if they can't feature from the start, at least, come on as a substitute, as I currently said. So Solskjaer has given us an update on that. Also, too, Jurgen Klopp's come out of the press and he has praised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for the brilliant job he's done as caretaker manager so far, as I currently said. But so far, United are looking very, very good under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And as I did say, I'm very, very confident, we can win this game on Sunday against Liverpool. Of course, Liverpool are going for the league, as I said. And, I think, my club, Man United, can ruin their title credentials, as I said. Because obviously, Liverpool haven't won it for 28 years, all in all. They did win the old first divisions. And since the Premier League got founded in 92, 93, they haven't won it, since they haven't won it at all. And all in all, they haven't won it for 28 years. They actually haven't won a major trophy since 2006. So that's 13 years ago, or something like that. And of course, in terms of, in relation to Jurgen Klopp, he hasn't really got that winning philosophy as yet, in terms of silverware. He may have won a couple of titles, when he was Borussia Dortmund manager, Jurgen Klopp, but he's yet to win out at Liverpool. He has been at Liverpool, quite a few years, but he has praised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, so I do think he's fearing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as Jurgen Klopp. Obviously, this is the first meeting, between Jurgen Klopp and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I currently said. But there's a bit of injury news, from Liverpool's perspective. Reportedly, I think Jurgen Klopp did confirm that what's his name, Dejan Lovren, is injured. Obviously, they've got Oxlade-Chamberlain out through long-term injury as well. I think Virgil van Dijk's set to return back into the Liverpool team because he obviously missed midweek against Bayern Munich because obviously he was suspended. And they've got Joe Gomez out through injury as well of Liverpool. But they have done well defensively this season, Liverpool. They have looked very, very good attackively indeed, because obviously they've invested money, in the past couple of seasons of Liverpool. I think they were biggest spenders last summer. They spent 171 million last summer. Obviously, they addressed the defensive deficiencies with the signing of Virgil van Dijk for 75 million pounds. They have got a good attacking trio in Salah, Mane, Firmino. They've got Wijnaldum there. They've got Naby Keita in that team. They've got Shaqiri as well, who's been in a very, very impressive form indeed for Liverpool. So they have got quality in their team, and they have got a lot of good players of Liverpool, as I said. But mainly our record against Liverpool is very, very good, to be quite honest, because we have won our last 7 out of 9. We have won 7. Sorry, out of our last 9 league home games against Liverpool, and we actually haven't lost to Liverpool in the league at Old Trafford, since 2013-14 season. So the last time they beat us at Old Trafford in the league, that it was back when we had David Moyes. That was actually under the David Moyes era, and they haven't done the double over us in the league since 2013 and 2014. In this fixture last season, Manchester United won by 2-1. I think it was Marcus Rashford who scored 2 goals, and I think was it a Bayern goal, last season. Of course, we know we lost the game earlier on in the season at Anfield by 3-1. Of course, that was Jose Mourinho's last game, obviously, as Manchester United manager. So that after that, his current tenure was over after 2.5 years as manager at Manchester United. Of course, as well, but Man United have mainly got a good record against Liverpool. We did beat them 4 times under Van Gaal. Anthony Martial, scored in his debut in one of the games. We beat them 2-1 comfortably at Anfield. Juan Mata scored twice as well. One of the games we beat him 3-0. We beat him in one game under David Moyes as well. We beat him in the League Cup, by 1-0, as I currently said. But I think, Jurgen Klopp, he's fearing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And, to be fair, he has praised him, for the fantastic job he's done so far, since he's come to Manchester United. But of course, Solskjaer anyway is obviously going to go. I think he's going to go with a similar lineup, as he did do against Chelsea. And to be quite honest with you, unless Lingard and Martial, can regain full fitness, before Sunday. But Solskjaer's give us some good news, saying that they both could be fit and they could be both in contention, as Solskjaer has confirmed, which is very, very good news indeed. Obviously, De Gea will be returning to net. Obviously, maybe Bailly could be coming back in that central defensive area as well. But it probably will be a similar lineup, Tazzy went with against Chelsea, as I said. But we've got a lot of quality in our team, and we're looking really, really good in the attacking third of the pitch now. We've got players that are willing, that are showing. We've got players, in that attacking line, we've got attackers that that are willing, to attack, willing to attack, lead the lines and all that, and they're showing that they've got that ability to attack, score goals, play balls, as I currently said. Pogba's been a very, very good influential player as well. He's been getting, the freedom to express himself, providing good service to the front men, scoring goals, as I said, playing them delicate passes through as well. And this is the best we've seen of Paul Pogba, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's coming, as I said. But I think Paul Pogba's the leader of this team now, without a shadow of a doubt. So I've been very, very impressed with Pogba. Based on Marcus Rashford's fantastic performances as well, Rashford's been absolutely fantastic indeed as well. Good news come out yesterday as well in the press that Rashford has indicated he's set to sign a new 6-year contract at Manchester United after Man United have been in negotiations, as it did report there has been breakthrough in negotiations. So he's set to sign a new 6-year deal, is Rashford, which will take him under contract with Manchester United until 2025 with a salary of around £200,000 a week. So if he does sign this new 6-year deal, Rashford, his salary is going to be around £200,000 £200,000 a week, so he's going to get a massive wage increase, and somewhere along the line his salary he'll get, Rashford's, will be somewhere along the line, similar to Anthony Martial's salary, he's currently receiving as well. So he's set to sign a new 6-year contract, is Marcus Rashford. To be fair, he deserves it, based on his fantastic performances. He's been playing a key role under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as Marcus Rashford, as we all currently know, he's been playing a key role under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as Marcus Rashford. As I did say, he endured a difficult time, under Jose Mourinho, did Rashford, but as I did say, he's always been a consistent player, and he's still very, very young, and he's flourishing fantastically well. But since Solskjaer's coming, he's playing a key role. He's playing more in the team. His goal scoring form's improved. His finishing's improved as well as Marcus Rashford. So he deserves this new contract, based on his performances. His current deal does end in 2020. I still think there's an option of a further year there as well. So yeah, I think we're nearly somewhere along the line coming to an agreement of getting him a new 6-year deal, Marcus Marcus Rashford as well, which is very, very good news. I've been very, very impressed, with Jesse Lingard, progression as well. I think his progression's been fantastic as a Manchester United player. Jesse Lingard's been very, very impressive indeed, and I hope he's fully fit, for the game on Sunday against Liverpool, Jesse Lingard. But yeah, I've been very, very impressed, with Jesse Lingard indeed. But I've been, impressed with the majority of the team because I do think, since Solskjaer's took the reins at Manchester United, you can see the vast improvements in the team. The team are playing as a unit. Everyone's, get putting a shift in. We're creating more chances. We're scoring more goals, as I said. You can see now that we've got defenders, that are willing to play out from the back as well and to look at, they are galloping forward more. I think we've got good ball playing midfielders as well. In Herrera, Matip and Pogba. I do think look very, very effective indeed. Who I do think, look very, very effective indeed. And obviously, we know that's obviously being Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's, main midfield trio, Herrera, Matthew and Pogba, obviously. And I've been very, very impressed, with Ander Herrera's progression. He deserves a new contract. I think Man United have been in negotiations of getting Ander Herrera a new contract. Reportedly, he's set to sign a new 3-year deal under Herrera, worth £100,000 a week, as reports were mentioning the other day. But he deserves it, based on his fantastic performances, especially since Solskjaer's coming, he's playing a bigger part in the team. He's playing more regularly from the start. He's under Herrera. And I've been very, very impressed with Ander Herrera. He's playing a bigger part in the team. He's playing more regularly from the start. And, he complements our midfield very, very well. Also good at breaking up the play as well, is Ander Herrera. And he's always been a consistent player since we got him from Bilbao in 2014. But, yeah, I've been very, very impressed with Ander Herrera indeed as well. Matic, I do have strong reservations about Matic, as you guys all currently know. But, again, I think he's still improved, since Solskjaer's coming. I think he's galloping forward more. His passing, his accuracy, if his passing's improved, he's looking more effective in his matches. But I still know we probably need a centre defensive midfielder, that's fast and tenacious, because we all know Matic is aging up. Obviously, he's too slow, as everyone is aware. So he is very, very static, his Nemanja Matic, as I currently said. And yeah, I've been very, very impressed, with the majority of the team. And obviously, we all know that Man United are reportedly going to get around £200 million to spend in the summer. Obviously, we know Man United is still looking to hire a director of football to come in. Obviously, we do expect departures in the summer as well. But for me, I do think, Solskjaer is the right man for Manchester United, because he does have, I think he's got the winning philosophy now as Manchester United manager. Obviously, he hasn't won out in terms of silverware. He hasn't won out much in terms of silverware as manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But mainly, he did win a lot of silverware as a Manchester United player under Alex Ferguson, because obviously, we know he won a lot of silverware, under Alex Ferguson, did Solskjaer, for 11 years. So he flourished fantastically well under Alex Ferguson for 11 years as a player, did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I did currently say. When he's manager now at Manchester United, when he was at Mould, he obviously had 2 spells at Mould. He did win 2 Norwegian titles with Mould. Didn't do really good with Cardiff. He only had a short tenure with Cardiff anywhere. And obviously, if you want to count, he did win a couple of trophies, when he was managing the Manchester United reserve team as well. And this team, at this day and age, you actually watch some of these players, grow and develop, when Solskjaer, obviously, was managing the Manchester United reserve team. Obviously, he's still got a contract initially with Mould until 2021, but based on his fantastic progression so far, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it's looking likely he's going to get the job on a full-time basis as Manchester United manager. As it did confirm the other week that he did say that it got revealed that the board had made a decision, that it did say Solskjaer will be named Manchester United manager on a full-time basis. Manchester United have to pay an additional fee of probably around 7-8 million to get him on a full-time basis, but that's very, very cheap indeed. Obviously, initially at the moment, we've paid 1.8 million to Mould, to obviously, get him on a temporary basis. But I think he suits which happens at the club. His managerial style suits the club. Obviously, he knows the club inside out as well, because he's brought the fluidity back to the team. He's brought that intensity back to the team. He's brought the fear factor back to the club. He's got the team motivated, and I think he's tactically right, and he knows what he's doing, does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I said, and he doesn't rest on his laurels. He shows that inspiration, and if he sees a problem, he addresses that problem, as I currently said. But as I did... Hello? Sorry about that. I was just currently on the phone, as I currently said. But yeah, as I was saying, the confidence is back in the team now, and I'm confident we can win this game on Sunday against Liverpool. It is a 2 kickoff, and Solskjaer's done a really, really good job. We've won 11 out of 13 in all competitions. We've won 7 away from home in all competitions. We've scored 30 goals in the process. We've won 8 in the league as well. So potentially we are looking, to win our 9th league game under Solskjaer against Liverpool on Sunday. But I'm really, really confident, to be quite honest with you, going into the game as well. Of course, I've been very, very impressed this season, with Victor Lindelof as well. I think, Victor Lindelof, played very, very well this season. He's really, really improved. In his first season, struggled, but I think this season he's really, really improved. Victor Lindelof, he's showing that he can play out from the back. Victor Lindelof, he's showing that determination to gallop forward more. What? Someone just run me again, sorry about that. But yeah, Lindelof is showing that he can play out from the back, which is very, very good indeed. And I've been very, very impressed, with Lindelof's performances this season. As I said, I think him and Bay, blending in together. They're building a bond together, Victor Lindelof and Eric Bay. Even though Bay has been in and out of the team this season, I think Bay has still got a very, very good potential indeed. But as we all know, I think Solskjaer will probably start going with Bay and Lindelof as our centre-back partnership. Obviously, we do know that we do need a strong central defender in there that will complement Lindelof and Bay, and obviously we know that we're looking to address our defensive deficiencies in the summer, even though defensively since Solskjaer's coming, we've dramatically improved indeed. But as I did say, I do expect departures in the summer, as I've already confirmed to you. I do expect Antonio Valencia to leave in the summer, because obviously we know that Ashley Young is obviously our first choice right back, as we all currently know, because obviously Valencia is 33, Ashley Young is obviously 33 as well, so they are both aging up players. Ashley Young and Antonio Valencia. But Valencia has hardly played in the Premier League this season. Obviously had a couple of injuries. Just recently suffered another injury as well, so he's out for a couple of weeks. Is Antonio Valencia, and he has been here since 2009. Is Antonio Valencia, as we all currently know, and he's made over 300 appearances. Odd appearances, of course. He's won everything here as well in English football. It's unlikely we're going to get him a new 1-year contract. He did say West Ham have been interested. He did say Watford have been interested in Antonio Valencia as well. So I do see him leaving in the summer. Ashley Young could still leave in the summer, even though he's just signed a new 1-year extension. Ashley Young's obviously been here since 2011. Of course, he's made over 200 appearances in all competitions. Of course, he's won everything here as well, but he's age 33 now. So they're both coming to the end of the careers. As I currently said, Young and Valencia. As I did say, we do need someone on that right-hand side, without a shadow of a doubt. So they are 2 players I do see leaving. Maybe Smalling and Phil Jones, could still leave in the summer, even though they've signed new deals this season as well. Because in relation to Chris Smalling and Phil Jones, Chris Smalling started his second game against Solskjaer. Started his second game against Solskjaer under Solskjaer against Chelsea. And Smalling put a really, really good defensive display out, but I don't really, really rate him that much anymore. I know he's been here. This his 9th season now at Manchester United. Of course, he's won everything here as well. Chris Smalling. He can play well, when he does play Smalling, but as I did currently say, it's obviously now probably going to be Bay and Lindelof as our first choice, as I currently said. And of course, in relation to Phil Jones, as I did say, he's known for injuries. He's an injury-prone player. Sometimes he can be good when he gets them run of games, Phil Jones, but he could leave in the summer, because I just don't think Phil Jones and Smalling are on the same level as Victor Lindelof and Eric Bay, and that is just my own opinion on that, as I said. Also, too, Matteo Darmian, I think he'll definitely be leaving in the summer. Can't even get into the team. Matteo Darmian, of course, just suffered another injury as well. So obviously Matteo Darmian is out for a couple of weeks. So yeah, I do expect at least probably 3 or 4 players, to leave in the summer. In relation, to Alexis Sanchez as well, if there's no improvement in his performances, when he does get the opportunities, he could leave in the summer as well. Solskjaer did say in relation, to Alexis Sanchez that he is confident that Alexis Sanchez, will improve his form. This is what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, because Sanchez has enjoyed a very, very difficult time as a Manchester United player. Of course, he's been here just over a year as Alexis Sanchez. Of course, he's suffered a couple of injuries as well as Sanchez, lacked goals. And Solskjaer did say, before the Chelsea game that he does need a Manchester United goal, to give him that confidence, Alexis Sanchez. He's obviously aging up now. He's 30. He's lost that yard of pace, and there's areas of his game that he does need to adapt, Alexis Sanchez. But as I did currently say, in relation to Alexis Sanchez, if there's no improvement, in Sanchez's game, when he does get the opportunity, he could leave in the summer, and we could sell Sanchez in the summer, because obviously he's our fringe player. Lukaku is our fringe player as well. But as I did say, now with the injuries of Martial and Lingard, Sanchez could get more. Sanchez could get a bit more opportunities. Lukaku could get more opportunities as well. But as it has officially confirmed that Solskjaer has just said, he said Martial and Lingard could feature on Sunday against Liverpool, which would be great news, because we know mainly Solskjaer's attacking trio. He's number one attacking trio. He goes with his obviously Martial on the left, Rashford centrally, and Lingard on the right. So that's his first option. Is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's. But as I did currently say, Sanchez and Lukaku could leave Manchester United in the summer. There has been talks about that as well. Because maybe when Sanchez does play, maybe, because we know that he's versatile, is Alexis Sanchez, we all know, so maybe when he does get more opportunities, when he does get the chance, maybe rotate him, put him in a different position, because maybe, the position that we have played him in when he has played, he may not be getting the freedom, and he may be in a restricted position, Alexis Sanchez said. Of course, he's on over £500,000 a week, so we do want to see his form rejuvenated, Alexis Sanchez, but if there's no improvements, obviously, we will consider, getting rid of him in the summer. And obviously, in relation to Lukaku, to be fair to Lukaku, his performances have improved. Lukaku's, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's coming. I think his form has been slightly rejuvenated, when he has been given the chance. Obviously, he's lost his place in the starting 11 now as Romelu Lukaku, because obviously, Rashford is mainly first choice under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But Lukaku's too slow. His first touch really concerns me as well. Does Romelu Lukaku's his first touch does concern me. Very, very slow indeed, but he's still got a good pedigree in the Premier League in terms of scoring loads and loads of goals, because he had scored a lot of goals in the Premier League, throughout his playing career so far. Still only 25, 26 years of age, as I currently said, is Romelu Lukaku, but he has lost his place in the starting 11, so there has been talks as Man United, could sell Romelu Lukaku in the summer as well. So we'll see if Martial and Lingard do feature on Sunday. I really do hope they do. And even Ryan Giggs, the ex-Manchester United great legend he was, he was a long servant at Manchester United, he spent 24 years as a Manchester United player. The Ryan Giggs, won everything as a Manchester United player, of course, made over 600 odd appearances as a player as well, Ryan Giggs. Even he said the other day, that Solskjaer, should be named Manchester United manager on a full-time basis, based on his fantastic progression he has done so far as a Manchester United manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But yeah, as I did currently say, we are looking to, to get some new additions into the club in the summer, to get us back being a competitive elite level football club, and obviously to get us back up there, challenging for major honours on a regular basis, and get us back up there winning major honours on a regular basis like we did do under Alex Ferguson for 26, 27 years, as I currently said. But as I did currently say, guys, the main part of this video is this is obviously Manchester City versus Chelsea preview in the Carobao Cup final on Sunday. That is 4:30. And the big breaking news that has been coming out today, that Chelsea have received a transfer ban. This has been confirmed by FIFA. Chelsea have been given a transfer ban by FIFA. So they've been given the transfer ban for 2 windows of Chelsea. So that means they can't make any signings this summer. They can't make any signings in the next January transfer window. So basically, they'll have to wait until the summer of 2020 will Chelsea. As I did currently say, I think Chelsea are appealing against this decision as confirmed. But the reason why they have got this transfer ban is for breaching regulations over the transfer of minor players and and for breaching rules in relation to youth players. This is the reason why they have potentially, got this transfer ban. So I haven't seen Chelsea's, reactions on it, as I currently said, but it did get confirmed today. It's something to do with around, something to do regarding young players, as I currently said. So they have got a transfer ban. So do you think this will affect Chelsea in a bad way? Obviously, this is more serious infringements now for Chelsea because they've had problems alone, before this transfer ban, coming to the equation, with, the performances, the bad run of form they've been having, obviously, Maurizio Sarri's been under a lot of pressure as well. And I think some Chelsea fans have criticised him, with his tactics and all that, and his managerial style at the club, as I currently said. So yeah, they have got a transfer ban, and this is in relation, for breaching, regulations of the transfer of minors, as it has currently confirmed in the press today. So anyway, we'll be back with some more live videos very, very soon, guys. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel, and I'm confident United can win on Sunday, considering Liverpool are second, considering that they've scored loads of goals this season in the league, considering that they have got good players, and considering that they are sitting second in the table, and considering they've only lost one game all season of Liverpool, but they weren't great midweek, against Bayern Munich, to be quite honest with you. So anyway, I'm going now. Drop your comments, likes